All right, so now let's try to prove that the Fredkin gate, the controlled swap gate, is universal. So let's prove this. What we're going to do is we're going to try to construct the NAND gate out of the C-swap gate. And since that's a universal set, then we'll have a universal set. So the trick is the following. C-swap is going to act on 3 bits. What I'm going to do is, for input bits x and y, I'm going to set the last bit, the ancilla bit, to be in the state 0. And then I'm going to do this Fredkin gate, this controlled swap, in this fashion. So as a brief exercise, I want you to evaluate the output of this circuit, this gate, and see if you can relate it to the AND gates in any way. See if AND pops out. All right, was anyone able to see an AND gate pop out of this Fredkin gate? On which wire will you get the output of AND of x and y? I claim that it's actually going to pop out on the top wire. We'll have the AND of x and y in this case. The middle one will be x bar times y. So the AND of not x and y. And then the last one, the control bit, is never going to change. That one's always going to be x. Why is this the case? Well, let's think about the logic here. So we're saying if the control bit is 1, swap the other 2 bits. Okay? So let's think about this. If the control bit x is 1, then I am going to swap 0 and y. So the top bit will be y only if the input bit is 1. Do you see how that's equivalent? If x is 1, this output bit will be y. If x is 0, it will stay 0. So if x is 0, it will stay 0 here. Okay? Clever thing. So this is how you can get the AND gate out of the Fredkin gate. And you can work through the same logic here. It's just the inverse of x, right? So if we want to relate it to its input y, well, if x is 1, then we are going to swap, and this should be 0. So if x is 1, x bar will be 0, and 0 times y will always be 0. Same thing, if x is 0, then x bar will be 1, and will remain in the state y, which is to say that the swap won't happen. Okay? Do you see how this is equivalent? So this is what the output of this circuit, which is just a single Fredkin gate, works out to be. And this, of course, is the AND of x and y. So I can use the Fredkin gate, controlled swap, along with an ancilla bit to produce the AND gate. So that's good. We know that NAND is universal, so I'm also going to need a NOT gate. As an exercise for you, now I'll try to let it be a creative exercise. See if you can use the Fredkin gate in some way to construct the NOT of its input. So, we're going to have one of the inputs be our variable. Let's just call it x. And we're going to try to have one of the output bits be the NOT of x. Okay? So you have 2 other bits, which you're free to set. And you have to think, where should you assign the input bit, and where should you assign the ancilla bit, and see what the output of the circuit will be. All right? So see if you can build a NOT gate out of the controlled swap gate. All right, so let's see how this might go. There could be a few ways of doing it. But this is a good hint. I do see a NOT x here. I just have a y. But if I set that y to be 1, then I'll have NOT x pop out of this. So let's try that. So 0, 1, x. So I'll set the input of x to be on the control again. And then I'll set the 2 ancilla bits to be 0 and 1. And we just worked through the logic of this circuit. So to set the output, I just need to set y to be 1, which is its input value here. So x, x bar, and then x. And so this will give me the NOT of x. since I have the NOT gates and I have the AND gates, I can, of course, build the NAND gate. And we just argued that the NAND gate is universal. So we've proved our statement that the Fredkin gate, the controlled swap gate, is universal. And in addition, we also know that it's reversible. We argue that from the truth table. And what's another way to see that? If you do 2 of these in a row, no matter what the inputs are, you'll get the output again. Okay. Question. C-swap Fredkin is universal because NAND is universal and we can use it to create NAND. And then we also know that it's reversible. You can argue that it's reversible from the truth table. You can also see that it's reversible because if I do 2 of these in a row, you're going to get the same input that you started with. Why is that? If the control bit is 1 and you are swapping, then the first time you'll swap, the second time you do it, you'll swap back. So you get the input. If the control bit is 0, then you'll never swap. And so doing 2 of them will do nothing and you'll still have the inputs. Okay? So this is actually a self-inverse gate. Doing 2 of them will be the same as doing the identity operation.